If you think haunted houses are predictable, Mexican Gothic is here to prove you wrong. Hi, and welcome back to Book Club Podcast. Today, we're talking about Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno-Garcia, a modern horror bestseller that took BookTok, BookTube, and horror readers by storm. This book starts with a letter. Noemí Taboada, a glamorous young woman enjoying parties in 1950s Mexico City, receives a desperate message from her newly married cousin Catalina. The letter is rambling, paranoid, and terrifying. Catalina writes that the walls of her new home are watching her, that something is wrong with her husband's family, and that she might be in danger. Noemi's family doesn't know if Catalina is sick, unstable, or genuinely being threatened. So they send Noemí to check on her. She travels to a remote mountain town and arrives at High Place, a decaying English-style mansion owned by the Doyle family, a once powerful clan of silver miners who live like ghosts in their own home. From the moment Noemí steps inside, the house feels wrong. The walls are damp, the carpets smell of mold. There's strict silence at the dinner table and almost no contact with the outside world. Catalina is pale, confused and heavily medicated. Her husband, Virgil, is charming but unsettling. And the Doyle patriarch seems obsessed with bloodlines, purity, and the family's disturbing past. As nights go by, Noemí begins to experience vivid nightmares, strange visions, and an intense feeling that the house itself is alive. The line between dream and reality starts to blur, and she realizes that Catalina's letter might not have been madness at all. It might have been a warning. What makes Mexican Gothic so powerful isn't just jump scares. It's the atmosphere. Silvia Moreno-Garcia builds horror slowly, layer by layer. You feel the damp air, the creeping fungus on the walls, the oppressive rules of the Doyle family, the weight of colonial history and exploitation behind their fortune. The house isn't just a setting, it's a character, and it is hungry. Noemí is also not your typical horror heroine. She's fashionable, stubborn, curious, sometimes a little vain, but she refuses to be controlled. As the story unfolds, she pushes back against the family's secrets and uncovers a truth that is far more disturbing than a simple haunting. Without spoilers, let's just say this book includes body horror, twisted science, and a very literal battle over who gets to own a body and a future. So, should you read Mexican Gothic? Pick it up if you love slow burn Gothic horror with a strong sense of place, if you enjoy stories like The Haunting of Hill House, Rebecca, or Crimson Peak, and if you're okay with things getting pretty weird and grotesque in the final act. Skip it if you hate slow pacing, if mushrooms creep you out, or if body horror is a hard no for you. For me, this book is a perfect pick for spooky season, rainy nights, or whenever you want a horror story that feels rich, literary, and unforgettable. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe to Book Club Podcast, and tell me in the comments. What is the scariest horror novel you've ever read? And should we deep dive into more modern Gothic horror, or go back to the classics next? Thanks for watching. And remember, if a house tells you it wants you to stay forever, maybe don't.